Very nice Vulture usage. He's got a few kills so far, but I really felt like he needed to get some down here as well. He would have had the opportunity for that. We've got the dropship over here. Hasn't got any vultures in, unfortunately. He's going to need some more of those. Let's have a look at what's going on back at the Terran base. We've got 4 factories going down. There's the 5th. Plenty of tanks in behind, but that's 87 supply up against 116. Not bad as far as TVP goes. I'm actually going to call this as a fairly close game so far. Here's the 3rd command center for the Terrans. They're going to float that down here. This is a nice way to do it on this map. Putting down the tanks already, use that distraction to get a bit of play out here. By doing this, you can actually make a line over here and actually get the expansion in there in time. So it's going to be Terrans going to 3 base. That's probably a good idea. I really want to see the Protoss player to go for some more bases. He can afford to do it either up here. Well, this location here is probably not the best for it. Down here or even further down into the left-hand side would be a better location for his 4th and 5th. But quite a lot of Dragoons out in the field. Are we going to see any upgrades from them? Yes, we are. +1, we've got photon cannons. So really I feel like Wink has missed his opportunity to get some vultures in this location now, because the photon cannons are down and he had a window of opportunity to get them in before the photon cannons went down. He didn't take that though. So how many gates have we got? 7 gates. A few more pylons going down. Finally the Templar Archives. Zealot leg speed's almost finished up here. Here comes a a tank drop on its way. In the meantime, oh, moving straight into the Dragoons, but the Vultures are there first. He's got to pull back with that dropship. He really needs to pull back. He does manage it, but not before taking a few hits. That could have been disastrous. Losing a couple of tanks like that would have been costly. In the meantime, missile turret going down here, and third command center moving in. In the meantime, only 5 factories, so playing it safe. We've got 2 armory loads. What am I talking? Armory loads. 2 armories getting there. And this dropship just dropping off its payload of tanks again, shall we say. Without having achieved anything with them, unfortunately. So let's see how things are going. Oh, Stargate, very interesting location for it. I guess he expected Wink to not really check there. Wink's on 119 supply now with the Protoss at 155, so really it's going to take him a while to catch up to that and get to 200 supply with just the 3 bases. If he can push out to a 4th, that'll be great. Maybe if he can get an expansion over here, who knows. It's a bit tough with a way around like this. Gonna have to spread his tanks pretty thin if he wanted to do that. What have we got now? Putting down a 3rd comsat, so that's good. You want to have as many comsats as you can. Looks like +1 weapons is nearly finished. How are we doing with the Terran upgrades? We've got +1 armor on the way, +1 weapons already done for the tanks and so forth. And Dragoons just pushing in now, Vultures pulling back. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a standoff for a period of time. And here's a whole bunch of High Templars out in the field. A lot of Zealots as well. 168 supply now for the Protoss player. Putting down his 4th Nexus up here. I expect him to get a 5th over here as well. So really charging on. 180 supply now. We've got Arbiters on the way. Here's the Arbiter Tribunal over here. And I gotta say that Wink has thrown away some opportunities. He's started to really slow down his play. Creeping forward now a little bit with his tanks, just setting up closer and closer towards this position here. There are a few choke points in this map which the Terrans can really seal off. But there are quite a lot of them. You've got to get them over very far. I quite like this here, the tanks just covering this location here. The only way to get into the base. We've got Dragoons pushing in now, but the tanks getting in range. They'll shell them if they get too close. And I like how the tanks are really well positioned. This is nice tank space, and you can't really be hit too badly by storms. And you cover a lot of range. Observer getting hit there. Looks like we've got a double-pronged attack. No, not a double-pronged attack, just our forces posturing themselves. 4 High Templars in this shuttle. This looks like bad news. If you can get them past that turret. He's going in now, he's braving the turret. He's going to lose that shuttle most likely, but dropping off the Templars. 3 of them. Storms down. 2 storms, 3 storms, all in the way of the SCVs. Good timing there by Wink. Another storm. So he's lost a number of SCVs there. In fact, he probably lost I estimate about 8 to 10 possibly SCVs there. In fact, maybe not even that much. I'm not even sure if he lost that many. There was good reaction time there by Wink, but there was a lot of storms he got off, and I guess the investment in gas, it was a bit of a trade-off. It would have come out slightly favorably for Protoss. I think I would have wanted to have a drop like that, but it wasn't everything. In the meantime, science vessels with EMPs being upgraded, that's going to be handy against all these arbiters. I guess Wink is the type of Terran player that wants to play it safe on this map. I just don't know where he's going to get his 4th base from. Year's probably just waiting for that opportunity to attack as soon as the Terran divides himself too thinly to go out to that 4th base. And got a bit of a skirmish going on up here, but lots of mines going down, and lo and behold, just as I said that, Protoss moving in for the kill as soon as the Terran goes to the 4th base. He actually failed to do that because the Terrans have actually got this part totally secured. That's too small a choke point for the Protoss to move his full 200 force through there. He has got the numbers for it, but he'll lose too many troops if he pushes into those mines with the tanks nearby. And he can't attack head-on either because just the sheer number of tanks and mines that the Terrans have down right now, it's going to be too much. We've got +1 weapons and armor, go for +2 weapons right now, and Protoss just can't move through here. So it's going to be an opportunity for the Terran to put out another 2 bases and divide the map basically in half, except for these 2 expansions over here. The Protoss player, we've got, looks like we've got 4 bases with the 5th one going down now, so just trying to stay ahead. But before long, the Terrans are going to have 5 bases themselves. And Wink, the Terran player, is up to 197 supply. And here comes a push in with the 4 High Templars and a shuttle overhead. No opportunity to actually get them dropped. There's 2 of them down now, but that storm isn't going to do too much damage, unfortunately. Taking out 1 tank's not going to be enough. And the Protoss is taking so many casualties here, moving through the choke point. Splash damage is going off all over them. Wink can actually pull out some tanks over here. He's just unsieging some of them to move in. And Year's just taking so many casualties right now. Down to 102 supply. Unfortunately, Wink is down to 165, so he's lost a lot of casualties as well. Good, solid attack here by Year, but it's not going to get him far enough, and it's not going to stop this base up here. He may actually kill the command center if he gets enough shots off right now, but the Terrans are in behind fairly quickly, and yeah, he's going to take that out, no problem. So, good way to actually stall a Terran base, and we're out of minerals over here at the main. But it's not going to prevent the Terrans from eventually getting 5 bases, and these forces are boxed in now. The Terrans are going to be able to destroy them later on, but easier said than done, because as soon as they do that, they'll run into trouble elsewhere. Just got the Dragoons picking up a lone missile turret before they do their job over here. Well, before they retreat, rather. More Protoss forces come in. Protoss forces are at 165. Terrans have actually overtaken the Protoss in terms of supply count here. And shots going off all over. A couple of arbiters in here. We've got 1 stasis trap already. What am I talking stasis trap? That's a Dawn of War term. But stasis field is what I'm looking for. And yeah, very interesting game so far. But the Terran's still ahead on supply. And the Terran player is on +2 weapons right now, which is very dangerous, especially later in the game. Pretty much the same on upgrades. The Protoss are also on 2-1 rather. And Vulture scanning around the horizon, looking for opportunities. Tanks coming in from behind as well. We just need some more vessels getting in. It looks like the tanks are cutting off the Dragoons left and right. These forces are boxed in. We're bringing in some reinforcements now. And I'm really liking Wink's situation in general, because he's actually flanking the Protoss player, which is a bit of a turnaround, surprisingly, and then just securing the choke points. And he's going to be able to get these 2 expansions at his leisure. He'll have to kill out Zealot later, but that's not going to be too much of a problem. So 170 for the Protoss, 166 now for the Terran, so it's evened up. 1 more armor upgrade being researched. We're going to be at 2-2 before long. And it's going to remain to be seen whether these arbiters can win the day for Year. Hopefully he can do some damage with them. Recalls perhaps, but he's got a lot of missile turrets to fly past, so I'm not sure whether recalls is the best way to go. Unless he came through the back like this. Haven't seen the replay yet, so I don't know whether that's what Year actually does. We'll find out. Vessels in now to actually shell this expansion, so unfortunately, how many expansions has the Protoss player got left? 1, 2, 3 up against, we've got 1, 2, and the Terrans can secure a 3rd one, so 3 versus 2, still fairly even. Massive battle over here. I missed that. Absolutely slaughtered the Dragoons, and you'd expect that with so many tanks nearby in siege mode, and the splash damage caused to the Dragoons from having to go through the choke point. Now, big fight going on here, but there's a recall over here, and that's a nice recall because it actually denies this Terran expansion over here, cleaning out the tanks and Dragoons in the nearby. But unfortunately, the Terran force is pushing in, and this is going to be bad for the Protoss because this is the only location. They don't have any other way of getting out of this little choke point, and now there are Terran tanks actually guarding the entrance out here. This little pocket of